Hello everyone, this is Rishita here. So, as a part of my internship program at Sparks Foundation, this is my second project. Basically speaking, it is task 4 of data science internship program and it is called stock market prediction using numerical and textual analysis. So, the datasets I have used here is the stock price dataset from Yahoo Finance and the news headline from this website. So moving forward, first of all, I have imported all the libraries which I'll be needed for prediction, such as Math, Pandas, NumPy, then Matplotlib and Seaborn for plotting, then Keras for model building, and NLTK for sentiment analysis, then sklearn of course for modeling. So first of all, I have read both the datasets into my Pandas data frame, and then I have displayed both the datasets so we can know how the dataset looks like and what are the columns we are dealing with. So next I have done feature engineering, such as I have counted the number of records in the stock price and the number of records in the stock headline dataset. Then I have checked out for the null values, that is if there are any null values or not in both the data sets. And here in our case there are no null values, as you can see everything is false, which means there are no null values in the dataset. Next I have done some feature engineering, which is dropping of the duplicates, and then I have also made the date column as index column, which is suitable for this kind of data, that is time series data set. So same I have done for a headline, news headline data set. I have made this published date as index column here. Next I have combined both the data set, as I will be dealing with both these data set for predictions. And I have also calculated the sentiment score. So I have made these empty columns such as compound, negative, neutral and positive, and so I'll be calculating the sentiment score for all these columns using sentiment intensity analyzer from NLTK package. Now here I am finalizing the stock data and rearranging the columns as I wanted them to be. So first I have dropped the column headline text, and then I have filtered the columns as per the need. So that was my finalized data, and then I am writing my data into CSV file, as I even need it later on. So I have read the whole data and made the adjustments, such as I have made this date column as the index column. Then I have again done the feature engineering on whole the combined stock data, which is finding the shape of data, then finding if there is any null value in the data set. Then I have also found some descriptive statistics for all the columns and some other information on the columns of the data set. Next I have done EDA of final stock data here. Here I have plotted the closed prices of the stock as per date. So you can see how the closed prices are increasing as per date. Then I have calculated the rolling mean average for 7 days. So for the first 6 rows, here we have null values, and we'll be getting the data from the 7th row onwards, so 7th day onwards. Next I have tried to plot the closed price and the rolling mean average on the rate of 30 days. So the orange line here represents the rolling mean average and the blue line represents the actual closing line. Next I have done some data preparation for modeling. So I have calculated what should be the length of my training data and what should be the test length of my test data. Then I have filtered some data for individual columns. So here I have done filtering based on the basis of individual columns, because I have to calculate my shifted close price and shifted compound. So basically I am doing the time step here, and the time step I have used is -1. Then I am attaching those shifted columns to my main data frame. So my main data frame now has columns like close price shifted, compound shifted, then volume, open price, high and low. So this will be the data set which I'll be feeding to my model. So the next I'll be setting my target variable and my feature data set. So my target variable here is not the close price but close price shifted. So through this I'll be predicting what will be the close price for my next day. So that is that. And then I have defined my feature data set separately as X. So then I'll be scaling my target variable and my feature data set. So since we are using LSTM here to predict the stock prices and it is a time series data, it is important to understand that LSTM can be very sensitive to the scale of data. And right now if you observe, we have data in very different scales. So it is very important to rescale the data so that the range of the data is same for almost all the records. So for here I have used a feature range of -1 to 1. So all my data will be in this range. So I have used different scalars here. So by different scalars I mean that I am using same min max scalars for both my target and feature dataset, but I am instantiated it using different names. For example, I have used the name scalar x for feature dataset and scalar y for my target variable. This will be very useful later on while unscaling the target variable and feature dataset. So next I'll be dividing my dataset into training and test data. So here normally for other dataset, any other dataset, we use train test split from sklearn package, but for the time series data like this, it is dependent on the date. So dataset is divided very differently. So here I have divided my data into x train, x test, y train, y test using indices. Then I have also reshifted my feature dataset into 3 dimensions because in LSTM we are required to reshape data. So here is a way that I have done it. Next I'll be showing how I have designed my model architecture. So I have set random seed of 2016 to achieve consistent result every time I execute this program. Then I have added LSTM layers followed by dropout layers, and I am also using 10H activation function. So this is my model architecture, but you can try and change here and there to get different results. Then I have compiled my model using MSE loss. MSE stands here for mean square error, and I am using Adam optimizer, after which I have fitted my model into training dataset. So number of epochs I have used here is 50 and the batch size is 8. Now you can see that the validation loss is decreasing with every epoch, and that is what we want. Next I am saving my model on the disk in the form of JSON and H5 files. Next I have done prediction on unseen data. For that I have used model.predict, as we know that model building and predictions we have done on the scaled data, both the things. So predictions we have done is not the actual predictions. So we have to unscale the prediction. So that is why we are using this function inverse transform here, so that we can get we can unscale the predictions to get the original one. So then we will evaluate our model using model.evaluate and root mean square error. The model.evaluate will give me the loss of trained data and the test data. Then I have plotted the predictions against unseen data. For that I have used unscaled data and then I have plotted it. Now if you see the plot, the orange line is the actual closing price and the blue line is the predicted closing price. I have included the references for this whole project. Thank you.